Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through my recently completed kangaroo sketchbook, which I have done a kind of little review or comparison on my channel. I'll leave that link here, but I'm loving it, and I'm loving it so much that I got another one. Anyway, that's a video for another day. Let me take you through the sketchbook. I started this sketchbook in, I think it was in August, so it's 2 months to fill it. I started off with some doodles, as you can see. I think this, well, I don't know, 12th of August. As a drawing of Sarah Van Dongen, I think from a video I saw of hers. Playing around with, I think it was her Domestica course actually. I'm playing around with materials. This originally was just going to be illustration based drawings, and then I got distracted. So I started it around about the 10th of August, I think. I was just playing with gouache and neocolors originally. Then I was traveling, so I started drawing people on the train, people walking. I don't remember this person. Yeah. Then I was at my dad's and I drew my dad and my other half playing chess. And my dad laughed so much. I then played my other half playing chess. So this is me, this is David. My dad drew that. I've got a brilliant video of us both all laughing at that. One for the Times. And then David decided he was going to draw me and my dad when we played chess. So that's me and that's my dad, and David was drawing it. And then more of me drawing. That's my dad, that's David, and a shadow. Although I had to tell David that wasn't him because he gets offended by my drawings. This was at a beach in, oh gosh, East Anglia, maybe Yarmouth, Old Yarmouth Beach. And this is one of the children that I was traveling with. And actually it didn't get finished because they had gone down to make a sand dragon, which we had practiced earlier in the summer. And they didn't notice that the water actually, it curves around the bay, and so the water came in and took their sand dragon before they'd even really started it. So we took higher ground. Well, they came and joined me on higher ground, so I didn't get to finish it. This is that little boy again. This was a backyard at the place where we were staying in a forest. This was my other half chilling. This is why he doesn't like my drawings of him, because he's like, but he doesn't look like me. I'm like, it's not supposed to. Like, I'm trying to capture the moment, and he was sat there reading on his phone, chilling. This was the chap at the pub that we went to meet a friend at in Thetford. These were two random people that I put together in this one scene. I really like this. This is one of my favourite pages. She was actually sat further over, and this was a guy. But I kind of made this narrative of them sitting and having a drink together. This was from the bus on the way. I had to take a rail replacement bus and I was bored. I grabbed a couple of neocolors, but nothing really happened. Oh, this was somebody knitting on the train after it got cancelled. I don't really remember it. Some kind of playing with layers. Sketchbook. This sketchbook is like €3. It's so cheap. I can just, like, I don't have to worry about completing a page. I can just experiment and not feel bad about it. This was a train journey, snippets of the train journey. Like, these were not all in the same place. This was a lady on the train, but she was sat, and when she stood up to go, I got the back of how her skirt was constructed. And another one of David. That doesn't look like David. Actually, no, I think the shirt was David. This was just a random person on the train. And then I was like, well, let's do a stripy shirt, because I got an idea for a story. This, I don't know what I was thinking with that. It's colourful. Again, no idea. I think maybe I was thinking about statues. No idea. These might have been like delirious late night travel drawings. This is a drawing based upon an idea that I had for like a little narrative, so I won't go into it, but tractor, because it features a tractor. They're drawing a very quick sketch of David and his mum looking at something on the phone, but they moved too quickly, and then I was requested to go and find something, and so yeah, by the time I came back they'd moved. This is a toy in David's room back at his parents' that his nephews stay in, so sometimes you're waiting for someone to wake up when you've got nothing to do, so you draw your surroundings. And this is part of the living room where we were staying with David's parents, because it says, where's Lily, the cat? She's not there. This was a chimney stack. It was really impressive actually, and we were parked, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then David said that it used to be a sign of the times how rich you were, depending on how tall your chimney stack was on your house. I'd never seen a chimney stack this big on what felt like quite a small house in proportion. And then this was in Faversham. I think I took a photo of this one as well. I hope so, because that would be nice to try and actually translate to a piece of paper that's not a sketchbook. This was Sheerness on Sea, the view from the hotel window, lots of fieldings. I like the squished perspective of this, the blocky. I think that would be fun to do in colour on a piece of paper. I don't know what happened there. Oh, this was when we were waiting for our flight at Birmingham International. There was a woman drinking a cup of tea and she was quite moany. She moaned about something, I can't remember what it was now. She had a good old grumble at us. Oh, but she grumbled before I drew her, by the way. She didn't grumble at me for drawing her, she grumbled at us. Maybe our suitcase, because it was quite small space. This one I think you've seen already. This was from a photo that I took in Wales years ago. This is Neocolor. I think you've seen these for Landscape Month actually. So I'll link that video here for landscapes and then I can flick through quickly so I don't have to bore you with those. Yeah, this is all Landscape Month in August. And there. That one I didn't go back to. Landscape. I love this one so much. I really want to take it out. The problem is this one, which is its own video. Again, I'll link that one here. This one David loves. This one I love. So I can't take one out without the other being destroyed. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that situation. Blank page. I didn't use the back of this because David wanted me to take this out. And then I came back another time and I did this and I was like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. So blank page for that. Landscape Month. I really like this, the texture. Yeah, yuck. Okay, this was in a recent video, housing or buildings in landscape. Again, I'll link that. If I run out of link options in the cards, I'll put them in the video description. Drawing people. So this was before I set my October challenge and I love this white space. As if he's walking off the page, really like that. Again, that's a continuous blind continuous drawing. This is our backyard. We've got like a little waterfall. It's not a yard, it's like a roof terrace. And it's a little bit, yeah, I've tried to make it look better than it is because of the space. We have limited space here. But I enjoyed that, sitting with a pencil and just drawing. Oh, it's the day that my egg chair arrived in September, which David had ordered me at the beginning of summer and it never came. So it turned up, it was heavy. I put my back out because it was 30 kilos getting it up the stairs and I'm building it. And so I was sat outside. This is here, so you can't see them. And then I put some flowers. I came inside because it got too dark, so I put some of the sunflowers in the pot. I drew those, not very well. This was a life drawing on Sarah Dyer's Patreon, which I quite enjoyed. These are much better than the time I did the same model last year. I quite like, they came out well for me. This was in my buildings in landscapes video, as was this. This, it feels almost like people, figures moving. It was a background area that I was going to go over and I haven't because there's something abstract about it that I quite like. I'm just going to leave it there and maybe I do something in the future, maybe I don't. This is based upon an Emma Carlisle video in her Patreon where she was teaching us a method and I was enjoying that. So then I went on and I drew the other, this was the precursor. Yeah, I think this was the warm-ups actually. Sunflowers, more sunflowers, and then I went and did this, which I think they were two separate videos, I'm not sure. Background for something else, but I haven't used it. I do like the colours and the texture though, so I might take them out and use it as collage paper. No, I won't. Maybe I'll scan it. A self-portrait. This is the first time I've done a self-portrait of me that I actually like. Which kind of is why I decided October would be People Month, drawing people, because I really enjoyed doing this. I did it in the bath, so the light was low, and my dad and David are like, why do you look so miserable? I'm like, it was in the dark. I had candlelight. I couldn't really see myself, so I'm really proud of that. This one you will have seen. Really like the colours. Green and purple, contrasting colours, aren't they? That's probably why I like it. And that one you've seen, this is, we have a massive cheese plant that started off life very small about 1.5 years ago and it is just flourishing. So I keep trying to draw it. And then Peace Toba. David was watching something, I can't remember what it was, but he was laying there. And so I sat opposite and drew him and then he fell asleep. And I love this. It doesn't look much like him. This one made my dad laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh when I showed it to him on a video call. This one I love, but it doesn't look much like David. I just like I really captured the moment with that. It's the day after I must have been bored and was like, let me draw my foot. They're playing with blending different neo colours for a limited palette. Bath portrait again, I was in the bath. Yeah, because that's the tiles behind. Then this is David sitting and watching something else. Oh, he was watching a Dracula film. He's like, ooh. He's going through the old Hammer horror films at the moment. This was our anniversary dinner. We went to Thai Jasmine. We'd both been feeling quite under the weather and poorly. Can't remember. I think I just made that up. Oh, cats from... So this is a sneak peek of my People Month. I will link, when this video, the next video goes live, I'll link it so you can catch up on all the people that I drew in October. This is an Emma Carlisle Black Cats session, which I really enjoyed. This was a couple of days ago actually. I haven't finished this section because I ran out of time, and this I just didn't bother. I think I ran out of steam. And then we have a boat right outside our house where we live on a canal, and it had gone, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can see the neighbours opposite. So I drew them. And then this was Lena Moz has an autumn challenge, 10 images over 10 days. It must have finished now because I haven't had any emails, but this was day 1, this was day 2, the 9th, I think that was another day, and that was another day. But I had done those in bed because I wasn't well, so I kind of did them all at the same time. This was the next day in bed because again I wasn't feeling great. This is looking at the base and trying to flatten it, playing with proportions and stuff. And then David was watching The Empire Strikes Back yesterday evening, so I tried to draw him from the like profile view quite close. He doesn't like this one either. I really like it. I saw this technique in a Sandy Hester video on Friday where she puts pencil down and then she rubs it out to get the texture and then works back over it. I didn't want to work back over it, I just wanted the texture as a background, and it's something I hadn't thought of doing before. And then a drawing of my cat that hasn't finished or worked out. I don't know whether that is a doodle. Oh, I didn't use this page because I really like that. I might take it out and put it in a little frame because I really like that. And that's it, so I'll leave that there to finish on. I hope you enjoyed that flick through my latest sketchbook. That took me just under 2 months, the 11th of October to the 12th of August, September, October. Yeah, just under 2 months to fill this. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Do give it a like if you made it this far. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.